Long live the morning routine. Long live friendly competition. Long live cozy nights at home. And long live healthcare that works with your life. Access to great doctors, simple mobile app, convenient locations across Long Island? Absolutely. You have options, but at Catholic Health, we'd like to remind you to choose you first, because we did too. Long live you, and long live Long Island.
Every day opens a new door to learn, to grow, to connect with special people. People who in big ways and small improve your life. Every moment, another chance to achieve a goal, to buy a home, grow a business, start a family, and build lifelong relationships. Bank with trust. Bank with experts. Bank Maspeth.
Here we go. It's the AA2 Catholic League Championship between Holy Cross and Xaverian on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Xaverian looking to go back-to-back for the first time in history, but Holy Cross looking to avenge their loss from last season here at Mitchell Field. Thanks for joining us. I'm Thomas Gamba alongside the coach, Kevin Dolan. Thank you to our sponsors for today's game, Catholic Health and Maspeth Federal Savings.
Tom, what a pleasure it is to be here working with you. You got two Chaminade guys up here in the booth. The football IQ of this company has just gone up 45 points.
Oh, yes. Go Flyers, baby.
I am really, really excited to be working this game with you.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. And, Coach, you've coached a lot of playoff games, championship games in the Catholic League. What's the feeling around a game like this, and what are you telling your players as a coach?
It's just really, really special. I mean, you know what? Coaching in the Catholic League is a mom and pop shop. It's very, very tight. Everybody knows a lot of the other players. Many of you guys know each other personally. The kids get pumped, but that's the problem. You need to get their heads straight. There's going to be a lot of adrenaline rushing out there for both of these teams. Stay focused, stay on the plan, and the only thing that's important right now is the next play that you're playing. And, you know, do coaches control a lot of that? They really don't. And the kids will dictate how it goes. And I think, Tom, we're really looking forward to a tremendous competition today of bests on bests.
Yeah, for sure. And both of these teams have controlled the emotions so far. Let's look at the bracket and how both of these teams got here. Holy Cross in their semifinal against Christ the King as the 1 seed got an overtime win 14-8, but Xaverian 33-20, the victory over Holy Trinity last weekend. They forced 3 turnovers and a great offensive performance.
And you know what's special about this game, you look at these scores, nobody cruised into this playoff. They all had to strive. They had to battle their way into this game and have the right to play today. And that's what makes you better. And that's why I also think we're going to be looking at a really interesting football competition today.
Yeah, both these teams have a lot of talent. And speaking of that Xaverian semifinal against Holy Trinity, Richie Aiken had 3 touchdowns, and he is one of our players to watch for the Clippers today. Number 6 mentioned that those 3 touchdowns last week. He has 11 on the year, and then Aiden Flood on the defensive end. 9 sacks, 1 per game for the Clippers.
Well, you know, with Richie, he's driving a lot of energy right now. You know what? He needs to leave that last game behind him and just find that sweet spot of what he likes and their coaches, what's going to run well today. With Aiden Flood on defense, you have to remember, these kids are 30 yards away from their coaches. Aiden's going to have to be that field general that they're going to need when things inevitably don't go right.
He had 2 tackles and a tackle for loss last week, did Flood, and Well, Xaverian has a great running back. Holy Cross does too in Antoine Williams. And then another defensive star in Luca Collado.
Oh, I saw Antoine in the locker room today, and this kid he's a beast. He's ready to play. He's got a lot of physicality to this boy, and he's a huge, big play maker. With Luca's a menace, and you got to know where he is at all times. And in the stress of battle, if we could call it that, sometimes finding these players is not that easy for quarterbacks and running backs.
Definitely. Antoine Williams definitely going to be a star of this game. And we'll look at the quarterback matchup here. For Holy Cross, you got Madden Martinez, number 12, who will be the field general of this squad. Got 21 touchdowns on the year for him.
Tom, you provided me with a lot of great information and data with this game because I haven't been in touch with these two teams. The numbers aren't as sexy for both quarterbacks as you would think, but their touchdown production is unbelievable.
Definitely, and mentioned those 21 touchdowns for Martinez, only 4 interceptions. Same for Terrence Watson. He's got 25 touchdowns, 10 on the ground, only 5 picks.
He's on fire, this young man. And, what it shows about both of the kids is how focused they are on football, and they have that, like you and me, they have that high football IQ.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Both these teams are getting ready to go. Holy Cross looking to avenge their 14-6 loss last year against Xaverian, and the Clippers looking to go back-to-back for the first time ever. We'll see what happens. Kickoff is on deck as we'll step aside here from Mitchell Field to look at the announcements. Stay tuned here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Thomas Gamba and Coach Kevin Dolan with you.
Every day opens a new door to learn, to grow, to connect with special people. People who in big ways and small improve your life. Every moment, another chance to achieve a goal, to buy a home, grow a business, start a family, and build lifelong relationships. Bank with trust. Bank with experts. Bank Maspeth.
It's the biggest deal in breakfast, Dunkin's $6 meal deal. You get a medium iced or hot coffee, bacon, egg, and cheese, and 6 toasty hash browns. Dunkin's $6 meal deal is back.
Hi, I'm Katie Ledecky. As an Olympic athlete, you might think staying healthy is easy for me. Truth is, we all face challenges. Keeping the right mindset is how we achieve our best personal performance. At Catholic Health, the same focus on wellness and prevention that I follow every day is the way they think too. That's why I'm teaming up with Catholic Health to help make healthcare even more positive, proactive, and personal for every person across Long Island. Long live you, and long live Long Island.
Now is a great time to book a sportscast with Varsity Media. What sets our sportscast apart isn't just the quality of our production, it's the knowledge, passion, and professionalism that our announcers bring to every game.
And here he comes again. Off the backboard! Are you serious?
Daly tries another 3. That one's good. One from the left corner, now from the right. Daly's on fire with 10 points in the opening quarter.
Loose ball, Keyshawn White has it. He's just going to let it fly. Oh! Keyshawn White from half court. That is cash. What a way to end the third quarter.
Our commentators research athletes and highlight storylines that matter to your communities. Our approach creates a broadcast experience that not only informs, but elevates the athletes, giving the kind of recognition usually reserved for professional levels. Varsity Media's announcers make sure that every athlete has their moment. So book a Varsity Media Sportscast today, and let's get your team the recognition it deserves. You've seen the dedication, the long hours, the early mornings, the sacrifice. You know your athlete has what it takes, but how do you make sure the right people see it? The recruiting process isn't easy. Coaches are flooded with highlights. But how do you stand out in the crowd? At Varsity Media, we specialize in creating game-changing ISO videos, high-definition, athlete-focused footage that highlights exactly what college recruiters want to see. With our up-close ISO video, we capture your athletes' key moments. No more wide angles showing other players. This is just your athlete's pure, raw talent. This is more than a video. This is the opportunity your athlete deserves. Give your athlete the edge they need. Make the right impression with Varsity Media's ISO video service. The future starts now. Help keep Varsity Media's broadcasts free on YouTube by considering an advertising sponsorship. Our coverage of local games helps local businesses get visibility in the community. To learn more about our sponsorship packages and rates, email ben@varsitymedia.net.
For the latest news in high school sports, be sure to check out varsitymedia.net or follow us on social media @varsitymedia.
We're back on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Thomas Gamba, Coach Kevin Dolan with you here for the Catholic League AA2 Championship between Xaverian and Holy Cross. And we take a look at the two head coaches here. First for Xaverian, Dom Aludo in his first year as head coach.
Yeah, you know what? This game is, a lot of this game is about emotion, and I really am feeling for Coach Dom Aludo because I've been in this position before. Dom is stepping in for the passing of great coach, Coach Jones, who passed away earlier in the season. And he was a beloved member of the Xaverian family and the Xaverian football program. So you know that is on Dom's mind right now. And it's also on the mind of a lot of the kids. And he's really should be proud of himself. No matter how this game turns out, he should be proud of himself and his kids as well.
For sure. Coach Alito said to me earlier in the week, Coach Jones means everything to us. We would not be in the position we are today if it weren't for Coach Jones. We hope today to win this game for him and make him proud. And we move to the other side. In his 11th year, it's Coach Tim Smith looking to avenge their loss last year to Xaverian.
You know, when I came into the league, Tim Smith was an old veteran, really old veteran, and a friend of mine. And he was a mentor to me. He has burned gallons and gallons of gasoline in the Holy Cross program. And his faith in these boys and his dedication to this school, we have to remember, many Catholic schools, especially in the city of New York, are fighting to stay relevant. Demographic changes, economic changes have lowered their population. And being strong in athletics absolutely helps them. And for Tim and the kids from Holy Cross, this is their 70th anniversary of football at Holy Cross, and they're really excited.
Well, they have a lot of important things they need to do today, and we look at the keys to the game first for Xaverian, Coach.
Oh, controlling the ball. You know, there's huge playmakers at Holy Cross. Don't give them that ball. Mental mistakes. Control the adrenaline rush. Don't jump off sides. Don't do stuff that's silly. And lastly, get as many bodies to the football as possible. From Holy Cross's side, we all know, don't turn that ball over. You have to cherish every possession you have. Special teams, don't forget the importance of that for field position and scoring. And lastly, defense wins championships. I hate cliches, but that's a good one.
Oh yeah, it definitely does. And we'll move over to one of our fun aspects of today's game. We got the Dunkin' Donuts truck here, giving out samples, some swag. Thanks for Dunkin' Donuts for being here and providing us with all that great food before our AA championship game.
Tom, I'm the son of an Irish cop, and I love a free cup of coffee.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone does. And keep going to Dunkin' Donuts, gang.
All right, here we go. Xaverian will kick it off first. Holy Cross to receive this one. A line drive kick to the far side, and it's picked up at the 11-yard line. Here comes Brasfield Daly, and he's wrapped up near the 25-yard line as Holy Cross's offense comes out to the field in this championship game. Their offense really struggled last year in the championship game. Madden Martinez, we mentioned him, 21 touchdowns this year. They didn't score their first points in last year's championship game until 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, so they have to get a quick start.
Yeah, you know, the first possession is so key. It's not the end of the game if you get scored on the first possession, but it does send that message, and it does a lot to control that energy and adrenaline rush that you're fighting.
First down and 10 at the 25-yard line for Holy Cross in their green jerseys with yellow pants. Martinez gives it to Williams left side, but a flag on the play, motion at the line, and a false start on Holy Cross. So we mentioned you can't make those mental mistakes. Already on the first play, a false start for the Knights.
Yeah, and you know what? You and I covered that ad nauseum before this game started, and it's just true. You got to get those bugs out. And here we are. We've come out from the city, out here to the country where the sun is warmer and the grass is greener. Just settle down, play good football.
And it's definitely going to be in the minds of these Knights players, that championship last year. See if they can get a quick start. And Antoine Williams, a guy that could provide a lot. 9 touchdowns on the year. He's in the backfield. Martinez takes the snap, gives it to Williams right side. Williams dances through a tackle and puts his head down for a gain of 1 yard. Richie Aiken came over with a big hit as we take a look at the Holy Cross Knights offensive starting lineup.
Well, we got a quarterback, of course, Martinez. Then at running back, he got Williams. Fullback, Mr. Rodzotsky. Rasfield Daly and Tristan Schwartz at receiver. Ricardo Franco at tight end. And those linemen, Brown, Collado, Ovieta, Rodzotsky, and Karikis, those are the guys that are going to dictate how this goes.
Second down and 13. Martinez in the gun. Rogowski to his right. Martinez takes the snap. 4-man rush. He fires right side. That is caught near the 30, and the tackle made by Aiken once again. Catch was made by Franco, and it's third down.
Here we look at that Xaverian defense on the defensive line. Chris Pepe, Aiden Flood, Matt Koutros, and Marco Weiland will hold down the fort in the run game. Linebackers, Joe Tomasetti, Sebastian Santangelo, Brendan Solomon, as well as Christian Serrano. And in the back, we got Bennett Malkow, Richard Aiken, and Jaden Solomon. Go get them, boys.
Aiken made the first 2 tackles we've seen so far. We mentioned him in our pregame, scoring 3 touchdowns last week against Holy Trinity at running back. Third down and 6. Martinez in the gun. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. 1 back set. Martinez will throw, but another whistle, more motion at the line. I believe this one's going to be on Xaverian, but let's see the call.
No, this one, Tom, looks like it's going to hit the Knights of Holy Cross. Again, Coach Smith is saying to the boys, calm down. Calm down, let's run good plays. You know, that last pass play was very, very important. It was modest in a sense. It was a 7-yard dig, but completing that first pass goes a long way in giving the boys confidence.
Third down and 11 with 10 minutes to go in the first quarter. Scoreless affair here in the AA championship. Martinez in the gun, same setup. 4 at the line for Xaverian. Martinez rolling left. He's looking to pass, fires near side, incomplete for Brasfield Daly. Holy Cross looking for a flag. They won't get it, and it's 4th down.
Great job over here by Xaverian. That's the way you want to open up this game. Really are controlling the various aspects that are going on, as well as the penalty aspect of this.
So 4th down and 11. 2 false starts on that possession on the Knights, and it looks like they've got the punt unit out there. Antoine Williams is also the punter on this team. He's set up near his 10-yard line. Richie Aiken back deep for Xaverian at his own 40. Williams handles the high snap and boots this one high in the air near midfield. Fair catch called for and made by Aiken at the Xaverian 48. So here comes the Clipper offense led by quarterback Terrence Watson. 25 touchdowns on the year, 10 on the ground.
Yeah, Terrence is a force, and like I said, I looked at the numbers first, and I was like, okay, kid's all right. But then I looked at his production. What happens at the end? Absolutely incredible. Really, really a playmaker by this kid.
For sure, we'll see what he could do today. The senior quarterback from Brooklyn, a captain, went 6 for 11 last week against Holy Trinity, 87 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's in the empty set here on 1st and 10. Ball placed at midfield for Xaverian. Watson, design run up the middle, cuts to the right, breaks a tackle, puts his head down, and gets pushed backward after a gain of 3. So Terrence Watson with the game there, 2nd and 7 for this Xaverian offense.
Let's look at that quarterback, Terrence Watson. We've been talking about him all day, and he's backed up by Richie Aiken. At the receiver spots, we have C.J. Orletta, Christian Larocco, and Giacomo Tarasco. Tight end Charlie Rattenbury. And the big boys up front, Flood, Cranston, Marone, and Cassio. And Tom, I went into the Xaverian locker room. They are big boys. That's a lot of beef up there on that O-line.
Oh, yeah, and they're going to need to be big today. 2nd and 7, Watson screen near side, caught by Aiken. Aiken across the 45, spins forward, and he's near the line to gain, 2 yards short. Tackle made by Houghton there, and it's 3rd down.
Over at Holy Cross on the defensive line, we got Luca Collado, Xavier Goddard, Pantelis Pantalakis, and Ethan Metellus at the linebacker slots. Ethan Metellus, Brandon Glowden, and Randy Sosa. And in the backfield, Caleb Rivera, Ken Brassfield Daly, Ethan Gardner, Denham Houghton, and of course, Joe Alestra.
3rd down and 2. Watson under center. He's going to give it to Aiken right side. Aiken spun down in the backfield. That is Brandon Glawden, number 26, and it's 4th down for Xaverian.
Talk about a timely tackle, Tom. Absolutely tremendous job. Look at him get underneath those blockers. That's what linebackers do. You know, and it's the old saying, you know, linemen make tackles. Linebackers make tackles for loss.
You have to have some good linebackers if you're going to stop the run, and especially a guy like Aiken, as now it's 4th and 3. The offense stays out there for Xaverian at the Holy Cross 42-yard line. Watson in the gun. Aiken to his right. 4 receivers out there. Watson looking for a hard count now. Scans to his sideline for a play call. Coach Aludo communicating to him. 4 at the line for Holy Cross. Watson looks at his wristband. Gets back in the shotgun. 4th and 3. Watson, give up the middle. It is Aiken cutting left. Aiken pushing forward, and he's denied right near the 40. But where are they going to spot him? It is going to be close.
Oh, these are the situations that keep you up at night as a head coach. Oh, man alive. What a stop by the Knights.
And it is a turnover on downs for the Holy Cross defense. They will take over. Huge stop by this defensive line.
Well, now you've got Holy Cross Knights. They got the bugs out in that first series. The defense, in a sense, the defense bailed them out with a great 4th down stop. Now they got to move the chains. You know, that's how they send the message. They need to turn this field position around.
7:08 to play in the first quarter. No score in the AA2 championship in the Catholic League between Holy Cross and Xaverian. Xaverian won it 14-6 last year. Looking to go back-to-back for the first time ever. Martinez in the gun. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Steps up, fires down the seam, and it is dropped. Caleb Rivera could not hold on as Jaden Solomon knocked it out.
Whoa, what a collision. What is going on out here, Tom?
And now they're saying it's a fumble picked up by Xaverian. Going the other way is Tarasco, and he's out of bounds at the Holy Cross 40. Oh, my goodness.
Tom, I don't like to get involved in the officiating, what happened, what could have happened situation, but I would say it's fair to say that Coach Smith's blood pressure just went up exponentially. Look at this, a bang-bang play. The official felt that he had enough possession and made a football move, and he turned that one into a fumble.
Wow, what a call to change this game, and Giacomo Tarasco, smart play, picking the ball up and running the other way. So now Xaverian's offense right back on the field at the Holy Cross 40. Watson's in the gun, Richie Aiken to his left. The Clipper offense turned it over on downs last possession, but they get a break after Jaden Solomon forces the fumble. Watson on 1st and 10. Takes the snap, fires right. That's caught by Aletti, circling to the 40, to the 35, and he's pulled down at the 33. A gain of 7 on 1st down makes it 2nd and 3.
Tom, you know, I'm looking at Terrence Watson right now, and I'm saying, boy, oh boy, if he showed up at a Chaminade tryout for me years ago, I'd be putting him at guard and telling him he's never getting close to being a quarterback. He is a big, big boy. And with these empty sets they're running, I think we're going to see a lot of quarterback power and a lot of quarterback counter.
We've already seen it once today. He ran 9 times last week. 2nd and 3. Watson in the gun. Takes the snap, keeps it up the middle, and he's got a big hole. He's putting his head down and chugging forward to the 15, and he's finally brought down at the 13-yard line. Terrence Watson, a huge run, and Xaverian in the red zone with a 1st and 10.
Look at that play. Wow. We had about 6 nights water skiing on the back of Mr. Watson. Look at this great block, and that's tight end number 86. Let me get that guy's name. Oh, Charles Rattenbury. What a great pull and pin by the whole right side of the Xaverian offensive line.
5:30 to play in the first quarter. No score. Pistol formation. Watson, hands up the middle for Aiken. Aiken spinning to the 5, chugging to the goal line, and he is into the end zone for the touchdown. Xaverian has the early lead off the turnover from Holy Cross, and the Clippers are in front.
This was big. Look at this play. Look at the fan blocking that happens right there, because Holy Cross Knights are not small either. This is a big group of kids, and just an outstanding run by Richie Aiken.
Evan Phillipson on for the extra point. Jake Price will hold it down. 6-0 Xaverian. And the kick is up and good from Phillipson. 7-0 Xaverian here in the AA2 championship. With this pause in the action, Varsity Media reminds parents, coaches, and booster clubs, if you like coverage of your team on Varsity Media, contact us today to book a sportscast. Your team deserves the best coverage with the best announcers. Any team at any level can book by emailing ben@varsitymedia.net.
Boy, Tom, when I left coaching 2 years ago, people were saying, well, what are you going to do with yourself? And Ben Turchin gave me a call and asked me to come and screw up his broadcast with my color commentating. And I got to tell you, not only is it fun and to be around these kids and all the adults who run this stuff, it's an extremely well-run company. And just really, really enjoy my association with Varsity Media. I'm proud of it.
Yeah, I could say the same exact thing, Coach, and this is my 2nd year with Varsity Media. Just an incredible job that everyone does here. Definitely make sure to book a sportscast. Ken Brassfield Daly from the far side cuts to the 25, and he's pushed backward, and they'll give him forward progress to the 25-yard line as here comes Holy Cross's offense. A controversial call last drive resulting in a fumble, but how do you put that aside, Coach, and go forward and get this lead cut down?
Boy, I hate to sound like Captain Obvious, but you just got to do it. You got to put your big boy pants on, and you just got to do it, and you got to move forward. You know what? I think these officials do a great job. I think the communication on that play could have been better amongst the crew. I would have loved to see a discussion amongst the guys after the play, but it's happened. And you got to move forward. You cannot concentrate on things you don't control.
1st and 10 from the Holy Cross 25. Martinez hands to Williams up the middle, and Williams pulled down from behind after a gain of 5. The tackle was made by Marco Weiland, number 49.
Boy, Mr. Williams there, he's also got it. He's a big, big kid who knows how to play the game, and I love the way he brings his shoulder pads down, makes himself small, and it doesn't hurt when you're 5'11", 220 pounds, and I don't think there's an ounce of fat on that young man.
11 touchdowns this year for Williams, 1 through the air, 4 on the ground, and then 4 receiving as well. 2nd and 5. Martinez takes the shotgun snap, pressure in his face, fires near side. He's got Brassfield Daly, and Brassfield Daly still going, and he's finally pulled down by LaRocca across the 40. It's a 1st down for Holy Cross.
You know what the Knights are doing right now? They're breathing. They're breathing. They're gathering themselves together. They're saying, we can do this. Look at that beautiful route. And you know what? Let's not kid ourselves. That play doesn't happen without the great pass blocking of those kids up front. The second hardest thing to do in football.
4:10 to go in the first quarter, and Xaverian brought a blitz on that last play. Holy Cross picked it up, 1st and 10 at their own 41. Martinez in the gun. Gives it on a sweep to Rivera right side, and Rivera swung down by Aiken after a short gain of 3.
Gotta love that jet sweep, and you gotta love how they're getting more kids involved in the offense and Caleb Rivera right there. When you draw that play, Tom, up on the grease board and you're looking at jet sweep, it looks like a home run every time. It is not an easy play to run. Holy Cross did a great job there, and I'm sure Coach Tim Smith is saying to Caleb, turn it up north a little bit earlier, and they're going to get even more yards.
2nd down and 7. Martinez in the gun again. Wagrodski to his left. Martinez on a 5-man rush. Fires near side. He's got Brasfield Daly again across midfield. And Kenneth Brasfield Daly making an impact early. That's another 1st down.
Well, the guys are getting into a rhythm right now, Tom, and you're going to see here with Kenneth, watch him catch this ball, but they're learning. They're smart. Look what he does on this tackle. Check out that ball security. Saquon Barkley taught that to us a couple of years ago when he had that problem, and Bailey is doing a wonderful job of being unselfish for his team.
The second catch in this drive for Kenneth Brasfield Daly, number 17. 1st and 10 inside Xaverian territory at the 48. Martinez gives it to the right side. Williams dancing, looking for a hole, and he's pulled down after a short gain of 1. LaRocca in on the tackle, number 27, who also plays on the offensive end, had 2 touchdowns last week against Holy Trinity.
That play you just saw, folks, is called a G counter, and it's not like a typical counter where you're pulling 2 linemen. You're also pulling up a wing back as the follow-up. Right now, Coach Smith and his offensive staff, they're probing. They're still trying to settle in on what is going to be our sweet spot for today. I think we found those stick routes. Now they got to find something in the run game.
Martinez in the gun for 2nd and 9. Been in the gun basically all day so far. Wagrodski to his left. Fake it to him. Throw to your side. Again, it's Brasfield Daly. He's got a blocker in front. And Kenneth Brasfield Daly sprinting to the 41. That'll bring him 3 yards short of that 1st down, but a nice pickup.
Oh, beautiful play on that split end screen, and great job of blocking. Gosh darn it, I missed who that slot was. But whoever you are, kid, that was one great unselfish block out there on the edge.
If you're going to have a screen, and it's got to work with a good block, I think that was Caleb Rivera, number 20 out there. So good block by him, and a pickup of 6 makes it 3rd down and 3. 1:52 to play here in the first quarter. 7-0 Xaverian here in the AA2 championship. Thomas Gamba and Coach Kevin Dolan with you from Mitchell Field. 3rd and 3. Martinez getting a signal from the sideline. Sets up in the gun. Motion at the line. No call. Martinez changing things with his offensive line. Now gets set. Takes the high snap with one hand. Moves to his left. Directs traffic. He's going to run near side, and he's ushered out of bounds short of the line to gain by LaRocca. Makes it 4th and 2.
Boy, Tom, I love being up here in the booth because you're up here with the other coaches from the other teams, and there was an explosion from the Holy Cross booth over there. The other night, we were working a game for Section 8, our director, Chris, and I, and there was a coaching staff. We almost had to take out a tranquilizer gun for some of the excitement that was going on in that booth. These programs are pumped right now.
4th and 1. Martinez sneaks it up the middle, and he's easily got the 1st down. Gain of 3 on the quarterback sneak, and the Knights move the sticks.
This is really what we're seeing, Tom, a well-produced, very mature offensive series right now. And what I mean about mature is that the kids have bounced back from a series of unfortunate events. Lemony Snicket, they've bounced right back, and they've put together this run. I don't know how many plays it is, Tom, 7, 8, 9. but this is what Holy Cross Knights needed.
Yeah, they needed to bounce back after that turnover last drive, and they have so far. They're at the 36-yard line of Xaverian with a 1st and 10. Fake to Brasfield. Daly stepping up as Martinez. Going deep for Williams, and it's just out of his reach. Great coverage down the field by Richie Aiken on the back end of that Xaverian defense.
Yeah, well done by Richie Aiken. For those of you folks who have never done it, I'd like to see you cover a kid on a 56-yard wide field who's that fast. And really great job of doing his job. He understands the situation and really went back to his technique. Excellent football on defense.
1 minute to play here in the first quarter. 7-0 Xaverian. 2nd down and 10 from the Clipper 36. Martinez sets up in the gun. 2 receivers each side. 4 at the line for Xaverian. Williams in the backfield. Martinez, screen near side, caught by Franco. Gets away at the 35, and he backpedals to the 30. That'll make it 3rd down and 4, gain of 6 for Ricardo Franco, the tight end.
I can't emphasize enough, how intricate some of these plays are. That's called a tunnel screen. There's a number of different versions of it, and it looks so easy when you're watching this on TV, but it is a lot of moving parts to that play and a tremendous amount of timing.
So they execute it well, make it 3rd down and 4 with 23 seconds to play here in the first quarter of the AA2 championship. Again, if you're just joining us, Xaverian looking to go back-to-back. They defeated Holy Cross 14-6 last year. They've never gone back-to-back in their history. 3rd down, Martinez, play fake, steps up, fires right. It is caught by Williams to the edge. He's got a 1st down. Williams making a move at the 20, and he's finally brought down at the 19. There is a flag down in the backfield as the quarter has come to an end. Let's see what the call is. It was a late flag after Martinez took a big shot.
It's going to be an interesting call. Was it on the quarter? Yep, there you go.
It is roughing the passer on Xaverian, so that moves Holy Cross even deeper into Xaverian territory when we start the second quarter. So 7-0 Xaverian on this touchdown from Richie Aiken. They're looking to go back-to-back for the first time in history, but Holy Cross is deep into the red zone when we come back here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
What's up, it's Sean Lights Out Merriman, former Charger and Bill, and you're watching Varsity Media.
At St. Francis Heart Center, we're not just regional heart experts. We share our greater success with the world. We don't just pioneer technology. We do it more than anywhere on Greater Long Island. And we don't just win awards. We deliver greater outcomes for people like you. As New York's only specialty designated cardiac center, we're not satisfied with just being good. This is Long Island. This is St. Francis Heart Center. And greater lives here.
Last play of the first quarter here, the officials said that Holy Cross still has time to run one more play. So their offense is out there. Martinez under center. Williams, the running back, on 1st and goal. Martinez hands it to Williams, but a whistle on the play. And a false start, delay of game on Holy Cross. So 1st and goal from the 15 for the Knights.
5-yard penalty.
Unfortunate penalty. It was very quirky, Tom, in defense of Holy Cross in a sense. What was going on out there? We've got zeros across the board on the scoreboard, and because they're using a different style of officiating here, they've got 6 officials on the field. The quarterback now has to find who's doing the countdown for the play clock, and that's unique to the playoff series. It's just not easy.
So 1st and goal from the 15. Looks like the last play of this quarter. Wagrodski to the left of Martinez. He takes the snap. 5-man rush. He's pressured. Fires off his back foot to the end zone. And it's too tall for Williams and incomplete. So it makes it 2nd and goal. And that is finally the end of the first quarter. They put 12 minutes on the clock, and we're ready to get started with this second quarter when we come back. So Xaverian up 7-0 in this AA2 championship here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Every day opens a new door to grow, to build relationships. Every moment, a chance to do more. To buy a home, grow a business, start a family. Bank with experts. Bank Maspeth.
It's the biggest deal in breakfast, Dunkin's $6 meal deal. You get a medium iced or hot coffee, bacon, egg, and cheese, and 6 toasty hash browns. Dunkin's $6 meal deal is back.
Second quarter of this AA2 championship between Holy Cross and Xaverian. The Clippers lead the Knights 7-0. And let's take a live look in of the AA1 championship, also being broadcasted on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Xavier leads St. Joe's by the Sea 7-0 in the first quarter. Make sure to tune into that one as well as our game. Look like they've got a third down for St. Joe's by the Sea in the red zone.
You know, Tom, the CHSFL, the Catholic High School Football League, does a great job of finding great stadiums to really showcase their programs. Sometimes that requires them to be in 2 locations.
Second and goal from the 15. Martinez fake the jet sweep, roll right, fire. It's caught by Williams inside the 10. Williams to the 5 and down at the 4. Jaden Solomon made the stop, but a gain of 11 to make it third and goal from the 4.
What a stop by Jaden Solomon right there. I mean, that was critical because you see on this play, very difficult catch to catch this out on that edge. And Williams, he is a truck, this young man. Huge and a big size mismatch between those 2 players. Beautiful open field tackle by Solomon.
11:25 to go in the second quarter. Third down and goal from the 4. Holy Cross looking to get on the board. They've already got a turnover in this game. Controversial call. They're trying to bounce back here on their first drive since that turnover. Martinez in the gun. Fakes it to Rogowski. Looking left, backpedaling away from pressure. Scrambling to the sideline and firing to no one. Incomplete. But there is a flag in the end zone. Solomon had the coverage on Kenneth Brasfield Daly, and that might be a holding call on Xaverian.
Boy, oh boy. You know, it's interesting, Tom. I've done a lot of public school games this year for Varsity Media, and 2 very different styles on the officiating crews. In the public schools, a lot of latitude for contact in the secondary. Here, it's a much more purist approach, and I don't mind that either, but I think we're going to be looking at a hold.
And it is a hold on Xavier. Half the distance penalty makes it still, I guess, third and goal from the 2. They've kept the third down sign up there.
Very smart play by Martinez, too, not to lose his field position on that play, rolling out, getting rid of the ball.
I formation, Martinez hands to Williams to the end zone, pushing forward, and he is stopped at the 1-yard line. What a job by this Xaverian defensive line, somehow stopping that beast of a runner, Williams.
Oh, my goodness, Tom, I'm having PTSD of my old days in coaching. Nothing is going to be easy this game. They are paying for every inch of yardage in this football game. You know what? Sometimes people get snobby in the Catholic League. This is the AA2 game. It's not as good. This is a great football game.
Fourth and goal from the 1. Holy Cross looking to get on the board. And they call timeout before this huge play. So they will talk things over. So 7-0 here, and our AAA championship game later today between Iona Prep and Monsignor Farrell will be broadcasted on the Varsity Media Sports Network at 2:30 p.m. here on November 22nd. What a game that is, and you're a former coach of the Chaminade Flyers, Coach Dolan. These 2 programs just so spectacular.
Yeah, and you know what? That one could be a monster movie. You know, you've got an Iona team that has really, they do what Iona does. They get great, not good, but great at the right time. But you've also got a Staten Island group of kids at Monsignor Farrell. That school runs on pure emotion. Tom, playing a game at Monsignor Farrell on a Friday night is an experience that no coach in New York State has ever had. It is incredible. So, folks, if you got the time today, I think you should tune into that as well.
And Monsignor Farrell defeated Iona Prep 28-21 earlier in the year. Iona Prep looking for the revenge and going back-to-back with league championships. 4th and goal, Martinez hands it to Williams, and he's got the end zone for the touchdown. But there is a flag that was thrown immediately when the ball was snapped.
Oh, boy.
This one could be coming back, and it's a full start on Holy Cross. The Knights coaching staff putting their arms up. They do not like this call.
Tom, if you've been watching the NFL, folks, at home, you're watching the problems with the tush push. It is so hard to officiate. You've got guys jumping off sides, trying to get that extra leverage to get these guys in on the short yards. And I'm sure that's what we saw today. I do applaud Coach Smith right now going for it on this play. It's a 4th. And where are we, Coach? On the 7-yard line?
Yeah, looks like 7 or 6-yard line. I think the 6-yard line here.
Yeah, these old eyes are getting weak. Go for it now. You know what? This drive is worthy of allowing the kids to try to finish this one off.
They've had a ton of great plays on this drive. Already converted 1 4th down on this drive. Can they make it 2? 4th down and goal from the 6. 7-0 Xaverian. Martinez in the pistol. Martinez takes the one-handed snap, looks to his left, fires to the end zone. It's knocked away. Incomplete. Jaden Solomon broke it up. Franco was the target, and a turnover on downs for the Knights.
Jaden Solomon has been the hero on this drive. He had the huge one-on-one tackle against Williams where he was overmatched, and now he comes back and makes an incredible play by dislodging that ball right at the goal line.
So earlier, Holy Cross had that controversial turnover where many of us thought that shouldn't have been called a fumble after the Caleb Rivera catch, and now they have a turnover on downs after a crucial false start. So it's Xaverian ball at the 6-yard line, up 7-0 in this AA2 championship. Pistol formation for Watson. Watson gives up the middle for Aiken, and another flag on the field. More motion at the line.
Boy, the kids have to settle down, Tom. They got to settle down. You're not going to win this game if you're causing a lot of laundry to go through the air.
Another false start on an offensive team here, this time on Xaverian. We said at the top of the broadcast, these teams have to mitigate their mistakes, control what they can control, don't get silly penalties, and frankly, both teams have done exactly the opposite. 1st down and 13 from the 3. Watson in the gun. Aiken behind him. One receiver set. Watson gives to Aiken up the middle. Aiken dancing through a hole. And he's banged back to the original line of scrimmage. Give him a gain of 4.
Boy, that was a big play right there. And Xaverian putting in, I got to get his number. A gigantic fullback in the backfield. He's just made a beautiful hole right there. We're going to give him the shout out he deserves, or I will, in a little while. You know what, Tom? I love speaking out to the viewers and the folks that are watching the game, and I have a feeling that right now, Holy Cross alum Dennis Golden down in South Carolina is at the edge of his seat. He's been throwing stuff at the television over the calls and the things that are going on. He was on the first ever Holy Cross football team and a veteran of the Dallas Cowboys. So, Dennis, I hope you're healthy. I hope you're enjoying the game. And between you and I, go Knights.
Going deep. The pass is tipped and almost intercepted by the Knights. LaRocca was the target. And, yeah, shout out Dennis Golden on the first ever Holy Cross team. And this their 70th anniversary. What an honor it would be to get a championship.
Yeah, and sitting down and, You know, you and I were doing it before, Tom, and I don't know, I'm about 400 years older than you, but we were talking about Chaminade stories and our feelings about being students there and our time there. They're the same stories. They're the same stories that just keep reinvigorating themselves in different ways with different faces. And Dennis, this one goes out to you. And like I said, I hope you're healthy. I hope you're enjoying life. You deserve it. And enjoy this game.
3rd down and 8. Watson in the gun. Takes the snap. Quick pass near side. Broken up. Great play by Michael Coronis, the junior, number 33, and it's 4th down.
A beautiful break on the ball by Michael right there. You know, the concern for Michael is this a stick route or a short route, or is it going to be a stop and go? And he needs to be so careful with that. He timed that perfectly. Well done, Mike.
So that makes it 4th down after the turnover on downs from Holy Cross. Their defense with a big stop. And to punt it away for Xaverian, looks like Jake Price back in his own end zone. Boots this one high in the air near the 30. And the Clippers will let it roll to the 34. That was Evan Phillipson with the kick. And here comes the Holy Cross offense. Now's your chance to score a touchdown with Varsity Media's ISO video. Video footage that focuses on your athlete only. Perfect for recruiting reels. Now booking for the winter season. Email jeff@varsitymedia.net for more information. 1st down and 10 for Holy Cross. I formation for Martinez. Hands it up the middle for Williams. Williams slashing through. Finds a hole and puts his head down for a gain of 11. A 1st down for Holy Cross and a good start to this drive.
Very, very timely play right there. Watch the way this big man brings his pads down and makes himself a small target. That's the key to this play. Once again, to the folks at home, everything costs money and you spend a lot. Think about those ISO videos. I've sent dozens and dozens of players off to play college football, and those ISO videos make a big difference in the recruiting.
Williams again, gain of 5. And Antoine Williams didn't have a big week last week. 4 carries for 8 yards against Christ the King. 3 receptions for 21 yards. His only big play came on a kick return. He had a 50-yard return in that game, and basically the whole offense for Holy Cross wasn't really flowing. They won 14-8 in overtime. How could they get this guy going?
Yeah, you know what? It all comes from him. It comes from deep in his heart. He's running with a purpose today, Tom. He knows that this may be his last game ever.
2nd and 5. Williams gets the call again. He's got another big hole inside the 10 and down at the 7. It's 1st and goal for the Knights, and they keep giving it to their big guy, Antoine Williams.
If anything concerns me about Antoine right now, he is in his groove. He's having fun. He's feeling it. Watch that ball security on contact. Those Clippers are coming hard, and they're bringing a lot of bodies to the point of contact. So he needs to protect the ball. This is not a place where we want that ball bouncing around.
7:20 to go in the 2nd quarter. I formation. Martinez again to Williams. Up the middle this time. He's stymied by that Clippers defensive line. Great stop up front. A short gain of 1, and it's 2nd and goal. 7 minutes to play here in the first half. 7-0 Xaverian. Holy Cross already with 2 turnovers today, 1 fumble and 1 turnover on downs. And Coach Dolan, how do they finish when they're in the red zone here?
Oh, just do your thing. Just keep doing your thing. I think we're seeing from Coach Smith's staff, play calling wise, they're not getting exotic right now. They've figured out right now this is what we're doing well. Be consistent. Nothing impulsive.
Martinez under center. Brasfield Daly in motion. Martinez hands to Williams, left side, and he's upended inside the 5 at the 2.
Oh man, I'm starting to get heartburn watching this. They are struggling and crawling for every yard. The Clippers, this is one stingy group of guys. I don't know how you live your life this way, boys. But they are not going to make this easy on the Knights. Right there, we saw, oh my goodness, we saw the big fella, Dennis Craston, offensive lineman, 6'3", 280 from Brooklyn, New York, the People's Republic of Brooklyn, and he is tough to move.
He definitely is. Makes it 3rd down and goal from the 3. Martinez under center. And a whistle at the line. Looks like movement from Xaverian, as Martinez was happy after that call.
Oof. You know, if you're rooting for the Knights, because I don't know what signal these officials are going to make. We've seen a lot of flags today. That was big, and it was also so important for the Holy Cross offensive line. Sometimes defensive linemen jump, but they're not offsides, and it can make you jump. And great discipline by the boys.
3rd down and goal from the 2. Martinez running right. He's in. Touchdown, Knights. Holy Cross is on the board. And it's 7-6 in this AA-2 championship.
Big play right here. And boy, what a smart play. I think he did this on his own. Just felt that weak spot in the defense. He knows that this defense has been extremely stingy. And he found that weak spot and really scored. I mean, that was a critical touchdown before half.
His 22nd touchdown of the year, 6th rushing score for Madden Martinez. And it looks like Holy Cross keeping the offense out there, and they'll go for 2.
Very interesting play right here by Coach Smith. And you know what, Tom? I'm not judging this decision at all. Coach Smith knows what his team can and can't do. But this is important.
2-point conversion from the 3. Martinez under center. Play fake. Fakes it to Brasfield Daly. Fires to the end zone. It is caught for the 2. Ricardo Franco. And the Knights have the lead.
Tom, if you are one of those guys that says, you know, the AAA is better than the AA and all this stuff, this is a AAA play. This is a big boy play that a lot of teams in the AAA couldn't run. That was really, really well executed, and great maturity and toughness by the Holy Cross Knights. I don't want to take away, though, from this Clippers defense. Their problem is they're getting some really tough field position.
Holy Cross will kick it away. 5:16 to go in the first half. They have their first lead of the day, 8-7 in this AA-2 championship, and we'll see if we have a high-scoring affair. Last year, it was 14-6. Xaverian got the win. So we'll see how good of field position that the Clippers have here. And let's look at the past AA-2 championships. We have Xaverian with the win last year. And Mount St. Michael, Xavier, Holy Trinity, and more Catholic these last 5 years in the AA-2 league.
It's a tough league to play in because there is a lot of movement. And what's the problem with that is you don't get to see teams like in the AAA over and over and over again, which is really important for your pregame scouting.
LaRocca down the middle, finds a hole at the 40, and finally the Clippers have some good field position near the 45. Christian LaRocca making an impact on the special teams side of things for the Clippers.
Very, very important play. And for those of you at home, playing that ball as it skips along the surface of the field is not easy. That's a very athletic thing to do. Unless you've got webbed fingers, you need to be a great receiver to play that. And what a return on that play.
5:09 to go in the first half, 8-7. The Knights lead the Clippers. Terrence Watson, the offense, back out there for Xaverian. 1st and 10 in the gun. Watson throws right. It's caught by LaRocca. A strong grab, and he's pushed back by Brasfield Daly at the 49.
I love this wing formation that Xaverian is using. It's a tremendous amount of run strength and pass strength to the field, but what it also does is it isolates the backside receiver, and you can play games against those defensive backs.
So LaRocca with the grab makes it 2nd and 5. Watson the gun, Aiken to his right. One receiver far side, two to the near side. Four at the line for Holy Cross. Watson gives left side to Aiken, bouncing to the left tackle, dances through a tackler, still moving, and he's backpedaling to the 39. A first down for the Clippers.
What a beautiful play. And right there, we're bringing up Dennis Cranston's name. Real big. And you know what? For these big boys, it's not easy to be. Sometimes we don't think of them as athletic. But Dennis Cranston on that play, if you saw, does a beautiful skip pull and gets himself up into that hole. And not an easy thing to do and maintain the contact. Great block, Dennis.
A gain of 12 for Aiken, who had 3 touchdowns last week against Holy Trinity. 1st and 10 for Xaverian. Watson gives to Aiken right side. He's got another big hole. Aiken with a stiff arm, and Rivera wrestles him down after a gain of 3. So Richie Aiken getting a lot of attention here. 2 straight runs, and it's 2nd and 7.
Boy, 2 very different running backs, 2 outstanding running backs represented in this game, but very different players. And we're seeing Williams is that power guy. Drop your pads. It's gonna be Rocky 5 all over again. But now over here you've got Richie Aiken. And he's a scat back. He's looking for those soft spots. He's got 3 or 4 different speeds. Very, very talented young man.
2nd and 7. Watson in the gun. Watson hands up the middle. Aiken with a nice jump cut. He's got a hole. And Aiken chugging forward. And he's got another first down at the 27. Another strong gain for Richie Aiken. And using that speed to find holes.
Yeah, and if you look at this in the weeds, look at this play inside. Watch this little skip step he does inside, and it's called climbing the ladder. At Chaminade, we had a kid named Mario Frischetti and Christian Alacqua, absolutely outstanding at that. Very, very difficult to get a surface on and to bring down.
Under 3 minutes to play in the first half. 8-7 Holy Cross, but Xaverian is driving here, threatening close to the red zone at the 27. Watson in the pistol. Hands it again to Aiken. Aiken makes a move at the 25. Still moving to the 20, and he's pulled down from behind inside the red zone and close to that line to gain.
You know, Tom, what the Clippers are doing right now is what Holy Cross, they haven't done this game. They've played well, but they haven't sustained big drives. Holy Cross has, and now the Clippers are doing it, putting together plays. Everything is a positive play. They're taking their time and digging into Holy Cross's gas tank. It's a lot harder to play defense than it is offense.
Now the question is, can they finish? They've got a 1st and 10 inside the red zone here. Mangan is the running back in for the first play he's seen. It's a designed run to Watson, right side, puts his shoulder down, and chugs close to the 10-yard line. They'll give him a gain of 7, 2nd and 3.
What we're also seeing from the Clippers is a lot of different play calling. They're not settling on 1 or 2, sometimes 3 plays that are just happening for them. We're seeing an active pass game, employing a lot of different receivers, a great running back, and now they're mixing it up with the big quarterback, Richie Aiken.
And it was totally different for Holy Cross. They really just gave it to Williams throughout that whole last drive, going in the I formation, but Xaverian switching it up, giving a lot of different looks to this Holy Cross defense. 2nd and 3, Watson in the gun, Mangan to his right. Watson throws left side, gets caught by LaRocca, who swung down by Brasfield Daly at the 5. Makes it 1st down and goal for Xaverian.
Again, love what the Clippers did there. That's a little different. It was not an RPO play. It was more like a play-action pass, but it looks like an RPO. So you're forcing these defenders to really jump hard on the run. You saw everybody come down, and it opens up that seam on the slant.
So another catch for LaRocca, 1st down and goal. Richie Aiken back in the game. Watson sets up under center. Aiken the running back. LaRocca set up far side. And a whistle on the play. Movement at the line. And Holy Cross calls timeout with 44 seconds remaining in the first half. So it's 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. And Coach Dolan, what are you looking to see here from Xaverian on the play calling side of things?
Well, you know, it's first down, and I think I think going back to Richie is easy. You know, the offensive line is getting great push, and I want to give a shout out to old number 60 right here, their center, Don Cranston, and him and his group are just really in sync right now. And go back to Richie, he has been with what has been working. And I think the other thing, too, is that quick pass.
And there's that offensive line for Xaverian. They've looked good today. A lot of big holes for Richie Aiken.
Yeah, you know, the world today, and I'm sure Dennis he finds this very interesting, is zone blocking, and it solves a lot of problems. But you've got to do it as a group. All 5 guys got to be on the same page. And right now, the Clippers are exactly on the same page.
A lot of success in the run game so far for Richie Aiken. Do they go back to the well here on 1st and goal? Watson? No. It's another flag on the Clippers.
That hurts, Tom. That one hurts. Defenses on both teams get really stingy down here in the red zone, and giving up that 5 yards that's a tough one to swallow. The good news is that it's first down, so it's a little bit more forgiving. They got to settle down. They can't do that.
A lot of penalties in this game. If you're just joining us, both teams have really shot themselves in the foot a lot this game with the false starts and the offside penalties. Xaverian, the victim here, makes it 1st and goal from the 10. Watson under center, Aiken the running back. LaRocca far side, he's the lone receiver. Motions in. Watson gives to Aiken up the middle. Aiken pushed forward by the pile for Xaverian, and they mark him down at the 4. A gain of 6 with 34 seconds to play, and a timeout by Xaverian. And we'll step aside. Holy Cross looking to shut the door on this Xaverian offense, up 8-7 in the AA2 championship.
Help keep Varsity Media's broadcasts free on YouTube by considering an advertising sponsorship. Our coverage of local games helps local businesses get visibility in the community. To learn more about our sponsorship packages and rates, email Ben at varsitymedia.net.
It's the biggest deal in breakfast, Dunkin's $6 meal deal. You get a medium iced or hot coffee, bacon, egg, and cheese, and 6 toasty hash browns. Dunkin's $6 meal deal is back.
Now,
34 seconds to play in the first half. 8-7, Holy Cross leads. Thomas Gamba and the coach Kevin Dolan with you here from Mitchell Field on the Varsity Media Sports Network. And what can Xaverian do to punch this one in, Coach?
Well, they got to be sharp with the clock. You know, this snuck up on me, Tom. It's 34 seconds left in this half. I got so caught up in looking out on the field, I forgot about that time. They may want to throw a ball. And that helps you control the clock.
Watson design run up the middle. Watson to the end zone. Lunges, and he scores. Touchdown, Xaverian. And the Clippers retake the lead in this AA2 championship.
Tom, you're so ridiculous. Throw the ball. Are you kidding me? That's what you got to do to win this game. Give it to your big quarterback. Get behind these behemoths that you got in front of you and put it right in the end zone. Tom, don't ever say that again.
Yeah, I wonder who would suggest such a thing, right? Totally wasn't Coach Kevin Dolan. I didn't hear from him. Here's the extra point coming from Thomas Mola, and it's right down the middle and good. That was actually Nico Vakari, number 82. Makes it 14-8 Xaverian with 28 seconds to play here in the first half.
Boy, that 2-point conversion is looming large right now in the overall aspect of this game as we approach the half. It makes every extra point attempt, no matter what you do.
And there is that 2-point conversion. Greatly executed, the fake to Brasfield Daly and the pass to Ricardo Franco.
Absolutely. I know, as you folks at home can probably tell, I do tend to think of the offense. It's just the way my brain works. Well, what's up there, if you could call it a brain. And I love to watch offensive football. That play was really impressive. If I was still coaching, I'd be turning my papers over and drawing that thing.
Yeah, great executed play, and that will come up huge in this game for Holy Cross. 14-8 the score. Only a 6-point lead for Xaverian, and interestingly, they didn't opt to go for two by themselves after that touchdown with 28 seconds remaining.
And I think that was a great decision. You know, if we're at the end of this game, Holy Cross scores and ties it up, it puts a lot of pressure on them to either kick, which I don't know if they can do. Some teams don't have that guy. Or do they have another great 2-point play? Some teams don't have that play.
A bouncing kick to the 35 taken on the near side by Houghton, and he's tripped up at the 41. 24 seconds remaining, and Coach, if you're Holy Cross here, are you trying something, trying to get down the field, or are you just taking this to halftime?
You know what? Personally, I think I would throw one up. There's not a lot of time left on. It's 24 seconds. I think I would put one up in the air. Tom, you may know better than I have. I think the Clippers are out of timeouts, so it's not like they can take control of this. Take one shot and see what that happens, and then pack it up and go to halftime.
Martinez in the gun from his own 40. Martinez, low snap. He's going to throw right, gets a block, fires over the middle. That is caught. Brasfield Daly smartly gets out of bounds on the near side 48-yard line, and a first down with 17 seconds remaining.
Boy, kudos to Bradsfield Daly on having the awareness to get out of bounds. I mean, at home, it seems so obvious, but put yourself in that chair and having a huge adrenaline rush right now. It's different. Well done.
17 seconds remaining, 1st and 10. Martinez in the gun. Wagrowski to his left. 2 receivers each side. 4 at the line for Xaverian. Martinez to throw. 4-man rush. Steps up from pressure. He's going to run it left side. Martinez to the far sideline at the 40, and he's ushered out of bounds there. So another smart play. 9 seconds show on the clock, and it's 2nd and 2.
Right now, Tom, the Knights and Coach Smith are saying, I know it's 9 seconds. Take your time. Let's do this right. Clock is off. Get our play in. Get in the right formation, and let's execute. And then, we'll find out what happens.
6-point lead for Holy Cross here in the AA-2 championship. Possibly the last play of the half with 9 seconds remaining. Want to make this quick here if you're the Knights. They go empty set. Martinez in the gun. 2 receivers near side. 3 to the far side. Martinez to throw. 4-man rush. He rolls to his right, steps up and throws. It's caught by Franco at the 30. 4 seconds remaining. He dives to the sideline with 1 second, and they keep the clock rolling, and that looks like it'll end the first half. Holy Cross not happy about the call. Martinez with his hands on his head in frustration. That looks like it'll end the second quarter here.
Not a bad call. Disappointing if you're wearing green, but it was the correct call. His knee, your knees and your body, as soon as they touch that field, it doesn't matter where the ball is, that keeps the clock running. You see over here, what a great effort. That doesn't, and you know what? And that's where he was down. They were right on top of that call. Really well done by Tom Smith and his crew.
So that ends the first half. Xaverian with a 14-8 lead after this rushing touchdown from Terrence Watson. Can they go back-to-back for the first time in history? We'll see in the second half here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
Long live the morning routine. Long live friendly competition. Long live cozy nights at home. And long live healthcare that works with your life. Access to great doctors, simple mobile app, convenient locations across Long Island? Absolutely. You have options, but at Catholic Health, we'd like to remind you to choose you first, because we did too. Long live you, And long live Long Island.
Every day opens a new door. To learn, to grow, to connect with special people. People who in big ways and small improve your life. Every moment, another chance to achieve a goal. To buy a home, grow a business, start a family, and build lifelong relationships. Bank with trust. Bank with experts. Bank Maspeth.
Now is a great time to book a sportscast with Varsity Media. What sets our sportscast apart isn't just the quality of our production, it's the knowledge, passion, and professionalism that our announcers bring to every game.
And here he comes again. Off the backboard! Are you serious?
Daly tries another three. That one's good. One from the left corner, now from the right. Daly's on fire with 10 points in the opening quarter.
Loose ball, Keyshawn White has it. He's just going to let it fly. Oh! Keyshawn White from half court. That is cash. What a way to end the third quarter.
Our commentators research athletes and highlight storylines that matter to your communities. Our approach creates a broadcast experience that not only informs, but elevates the athletes, giving the kind of recognition usually reserved for professional levels. Varsity Media's announcers make sure that every athlete has their moment. So book a Varsity Media sportscast today, and let's get your team the recognition it deserves.
Hey parents, coaches, and players. Ever wonder what makes Varsity Media stand out as the tri-state leader in sports live streaming and videography?
If you're looking to optimize your sporting event, look no further than Varsity Media's coverage. Since working with them over the course of the past 4 years through the Elite 5 New York City Football Showcase, their coverage has helped take us to the top.
Varsity Media does an unbelievable job in terms of the broadcast, backgrounds on kids, do a great job of exposure from top to bottom. I couldn't really say anything negative. It's been a great couple of years that we've been working together, and it's just fantastic.
Well, I'll tell you, the fact that you guys are here has helped grow it, really. I mean, Varsity Media's been a good partner with us now for the last couple of years. That brings this game to a much broader audience.
The level of detail and that you go to, I mean, obviously the announcers, the camera angles, the slow motions, I mean, you feel like it's being covered by, ESPN.
If you'd like to book with Varsity Media, reach out at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
This is Jalen Brunson, you're watching Varsity Media.
Hi, I'm Katie Ledecky. As an Olympic athlete, you might think staying healthy is easy for me. Truth is, we all face challenges. Keeping the right mindset is how we achieve our best personal performance. At Catholic Health, the same focus on wellness and prevention that I follow every day is the way they think too. That's why I'm teaming up with Catholic Health to help make healthcare even more positive, proactive, and personal for every person across Long Island. Long live you, and long live Long Island.
Every day opens a new door. To learn, to grow, to connect with special people. People who in big ways and small improve your life. Every moment, another chance to achieve a goal. To buy a home, grow a business, start a family, and build lifelong relationships. Bank with trust. Bank with experts. Bank Maspeth.
He's got room to go. Merrill towards the end zone. Lost his lid. Touchdown!
JJ Damo, face on, stay on athlete. Controlling the face-off X 3 in a row now.
You've seen the dedication, The long hours, the early mornings, the sacrifice. You know your athlete has what it takes, but how do you make sure the right people see it? The recruiting process isn't easy. Coaches are flooded with highlights, but how do you stand out in the crowd? At Varsity Media, we specialize in creating game-changing ISO videos, high-definition, athlete-focused footage that highlights exactly what college recruiters want to see. With our up-close ISO video, we capture your athlete's key moments. No more wide angles showing other players. This is just your athlete's pure, raw talent. This is more than a video. This is the opportunity your athlete deserves. Give your athlete the edge they need. Make the right impression with Varsity Media's ISO video service. The future starts now.
High school sports fans, Varsity Media is the exclusive live stream partner of Nassau County Championships. To live stream fall, winter, and spring championship events, head to varsitymediapass.com to order. Now accessible on smart TVs. Varsity Media is your home for the Nassau County Championships.
Help keep Varsity Media's broadcasts free on YouTube by considering an advertising sponsorship. Our coverage of local games helps local businesses get visibility in the community. To learn more about our sponsorship packages and rates, email Ben at varsitymedia.net.
At St. Francis Heart Center, we're not just regional heart experts. We share our greater success with the world. We don't just pioneer technology. We do it more than anywhere on Greater Long Island. And we don't just win awards. We deliver greater outcomes for people like you. As New York's only specialty designated cardiac center, we're not satisfied with just being good. This is Long Island. This is St. Francis Heart Center. And greater lives here.
Every day opens a new door to grow, to build relationships. Every moment, a chance to do more. To buy a home, grow a business, start a family. Bank with experts. Bank Maspeth.
For the latest news in high school sports, be sure to check out varsitymedia.net or follow us on social media at Varsity Media.
Now is a great time to book a sportscast with Varsity Media. What sets our sportscast apart isn't just the quality of our production, it's the knowledge, passion, and professionalism that our announcers bring to every game.
It's Merrill. Oh, look at a fake by Merrill. There's the spin again. Gary Merrill is not human. Touchdown, St. Anthony. Profeta! 1-0, Garden City.
Our commentators research athletes and highlight storylines that matter to your communities. Our approach creates a broadcast experience that not only informs, but elevates the athletes, giving the kind of recognition usually reserved for professional levels. Varsity Media's announcers make sure that every athlete has their moment. So book a Varsity Media Sportscast today, and let's get your team the recognition it deserves.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for upcoming schedules and content, and on social media at Varsity Media.
Parents, your support means everything to your athletes and to us at Varsity Media. To help us continue bringing you the best YouTube coverage of high school sports on Long Island, we invite business owners to consider a sponsorship on our broadcasts. If you own a business, consider a sponsorship for your athlete's team. It's a great way to show support, gain visibility, and keep the coverage going strong. Join us in making a difference. Contact Varsity Media today to learn more about broadcast sponsorship opportunities by emailing ben@varsitymedia.net.
For all the latest Varsity Media updates, including our game schedules, be sure to follow us on social media at Varsity Media, the home for New York high school sports. Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is 75,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck. You're watching Varsity Media, New York's high school sports network.
It's time for the second half here in the AA2 Championship. Xaverian leads Holy Cross 14-8 as we get ready to start the third quarter here from Mitchell Field on the Varsity Media Sports Network. And thank you so much to our sponsors for today's game, Catholic Health and Maspeth Federal Savings.
Tom, I revealed to you earlier on the way over here, I wasn't really sure what we were going to be watching today. Was this game going to be a snooze? Was it going to be a one-sided affair? And I was thinking, how do I hype up this game for Varsity Media and the boys? This game has needed no hype. It has sold itself. We're watching really, really good football. Well-coached kids, disciplined kids. This is exciting, and I think this second half is going to be a barn burner. And when you brought up overtime, I was like, oh, boy. From your mouth to God's ears, we may see a little bit of overtime today.
We never know. Well, Holy Cross got the two-point conversion earlier in the game. We mentioned their kicking problems. If they score a touchdown late in this game, they're going to need to convert a two-point conversion. So we'll see. It is 14-8 the score. Xaverian will receive the second half kick. Antoine Williams will boot it away for Holy Cross. And we are underway here in the second half. And it's LaRocca picking it up at the 22, moving right at the 25. And he spins forward to the 26 and is finally brought down near the sideline at the 27. So here comes the Xaverian offense. Terrence Watson scored the touchdown to end the first half and give the Clippers the lead.
Boy, I think we answered our question just now on this kickoff. You know, I cannot stand the squib kicks, but if you don't have a kicker, and sometimes you don't. I've had great Division I kickers, 5 of them. You know why? Because they fell into my lap. I didn't do anything. They just arrived. And you know, the hard part about it is it does hurt you on the field position.
1st and 10 for Xaverian, near the 30. Watson in the gun. Aiken to his right, had a big first half. Watson going to run it right side off a design carry, and he's bringing defenders on his back. And a gain of 4 yards for Terrence Watson, who I mentioned had a rushing touchdown at the end of that first half to give Xaverian the lead.
Boy, is Terrence tough. I mean, he was stopped at a 1-yard gain, and he just keeps moving his feet and getting forward. He uses all that strength and body weight. You know, Tom, he's not a natural running back. Like, you don't see him drop his shoulder pads, you know, the way that Antoine Williams does as a bigger boy. But he is tremendously strong.
50 seconds into the third quarter. 2nd down and 5. Watson in the gun, Aiken to his right. 3 receivers near side, LaRocca to the far side. Xaverian at the 36. Watson, play fake, gonna go deep for LaRocca, and he's got him inside the 40, and LaRocca still moving to the 30, stays on his feet, lost the ball, and Holy Cross picks it up. Unbelievable, it's a turnover. Wow! Kenneth Brasfield-Daly with the recovery, and the Knights take over.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Everybody's going to ask me, what did you think of that call? And I don't know. Sitting up here, it looks like it's 10 miles away, but that ref is standing right there. What an incredible play. And, you know, it was going through my head, Tom. He's fighting so hard for every yard, and I'm saying, cover the ball. Know when to give it up. Cover the ball. And unfortunately, that happened for him at the end. But what a break for the Holy Cross Knights.
Wow, what a start to this third quarter. The big catch by LaRocca, but a fumble at the end right before he was going to be brought down. And Kenneth Brasfield-Daly keeping his feet in bounds and somehow recovering that fumble.
Wow.
1st and 10 from the Holy Cross 28. Martinez hands it to the right side, but another whistle, another flag, and another false start on Holy Cross. That was the theme in that first half, just penalty after penalty from both sides. And now it's 1st and 15 for the Knights.
Good things are going to happen. Bad things are going to happen. That's what playing sports is about. You're never going to get your red jelly bean all the time. but you gotta react maturely and well to those situations. And that's not team discipline. That doesn't come from coaches. That's personal. That's concentration on what you're doing.
Need to control the emotions in such a big game like this. Holy Cross looking to avenge their 14-6 loss last year in this championship to Xaverian. Looking to go back-to-back for the first time ever are the Clippers. 1st and 15, Martinez under center. Martinez hands to Williams up the middle, and he's blown up in the backfield. That defense of Xaverian getting there quickly. Joseph Tomasetti, the linebacker, with the tackle.
Oh, folks, I hope we can see that one again. Look at Big Joe come down like a missile. Bang! That's the way to finish a tackle. There's linebackers watching this game right now, former linebackers that are saying, that's what I used to do.
What a tackle there, and it's 2nd and 16 with 10 minutes to go in the third quarter after a Christian LaRocca turnover on a fumble. 2nd down, Martinez in the gun, takes the snap, 4-man rush, looking, and he's gonna run to his left, and Martinez down the sideline, gets out of bounds near the 35. He'll be marked down at the 36, gain of 13, 3rd and 3.
Excellent job of extending the play. Madden gets himself, he stays in the pocket, sees what he has going on down the field, and knows the right time to scoot out. They've still got a job ahead of them against a very stingy Clippers defense.
So 3rd down and 2 for Holy Cross. Give him a gain of 14 on that run. He was getting away from number 49, Marco Weiland, the big 6'6" defensive lineman who couldn't catch up to him. 3rd down. Wagrodzki to the right of Martinez, who's in the gun. Martinez to throw it. 4-man rush, quick pass is broken up. Richie Aiken knocked it away from Kenneth Brasfield Daly, and it's 4th and 2.
Beautiful play right there by Richie Aiken. Great timing. You know, the Holy Cross folks are screaming for interference. He got there too early. I think he got there just in time. That was a really well played play.
And another impact play for Richie Aiken, who's been all over the field today, done some great things as the running back for Xaverian, and a pass breakup there to make it 4th down.
Very interesting right now. We see 2 big linemen come off the field. Doesn't look like they're in a punt situation. Yeah, they are. Here we go.
Antoine Williams on for the punt. Madden Martinez on the sideline. And back deep is Richie Aiken near his own 35. Williams backs up to his own 20, takes the high snap, and steps into this punt. This one a bomb near the 30, taking a Holy Cross roll to the 22. What a punt by Antoine Williams. With this pause in the action, Varsity Media reminds parents, coaches, and booster clubs, if you like coverage of your team on Varsity Media, contact us today to book a SPORTSCAST. Your team deserves the best coverage with the best announcers. Any team at any level can book by emailing ben@varsitymedia.net. So with 9:29 to go in the third quarter, the Xaverian offense back on the field after the turnover last drive from Christian LaRocca. 1st and 10. Watson in the pistol. Hands it to Aiken up the middle, and Aiken not finding much room. A short gain of 3.
You know, I found out who that big fullback is, and that's Chris, 10th grader, super sophomore, Chris Pepe from Queens, New York, 6'1", 240 pounds. That's a lot of fullback. And I think what Coach Ludo is saying to Richie, is going to be saying to Richie, if we're going to put that kind of a big fullback in the game, you got to follow him. You got to follow him and not be so instinctive when we're running that kind of power stuff. Great blocks by Chris.
2nd and 7. Chris not in the game here. Watson in the gun. Aiken to his left. 4 receivers out there. 4 at the line for Holy Cross. Watson runs it left side. Near left tackle. Gets a block. Dances away from a tackler. And he's got a 1st down. across the 35 and some pushing and shoving after the play. Tensions of this game heating up here as Watson speaking to the Holy Cross sideline after that first down run.
Yeah, 15-yarder is something that neither of these teams can afford right now. And, you know, you gotta keep your eye on the prize. And, you know, this is about the championship. Let's play championship football.
8:31 to go in the third quarter. 1st and 10 at the 38 for Xaverian. Watson in the gun, Richie Aiken to his left. Trips near side, one to the far side. 6 in the box for the Knights. Watson hands to Aiken, bouncing to the right side. Aiken's got room. Aiken to the sideline, turning on the speed. Aiken to the 40, and finally wrestled down near the 35 of Holy Cross. A huge gain for Richie Aiken and a first down for the Clippers.
You know what makes that play, Tom? You know, they put trips into the boundary, which is always a foolski. But out there you got John Marco Scatero of Rockaway with a huge stalk block. Stalk blocking is an incredibly athletic skill, and you got to be able to do it well without holding. None of that is easy, and he springs Richie. Richie got the gain, but John Marco scooted him out for the big gain.
1st and 10 at the 40. They bring the ball back 5 yards away from the 35. Aiken motions out. Watson runs it up the middle. And Terrence Watson's got a big hole. Watson to the right side. And Watson with a first down across the 30. Another big run for this Clippers offense, and they move the chains for the second straight play.
Clippers taking advantage of man-to-man coverage. They run Richie out of the backfield, and as they follow them, they know that's when we run that quarterback draw. If they didn't follow him, they probably would have thrown the ball out to Richie. That's a big boy football scheme and play, and when you have a quarterback that's that big, that's called talking big boy. That's a really, really great job.
6-point lead for Xaverian. Under 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Clippers looking to go back-to-back in the championship department for the first time in program history. 1st and 10. Watson hands up the middle for Aiken. Aiken spins forward and is wrestled down after a short gain of 4.
And here we go again, Tom. It's like the Bermuda Triangle with both of these offenses when they get inside the 25. As soon as they get inside the 25, both defenses get very, very stingy. You're paying for every yard. You don't see the big gainers. And right now we just saw on that counter tray, you saw the Holy Cross defense close the door on that thing for a very modest run.
Multiple times we've seen turnovers in the red zone. Can Xaverian break through here up by 6? Under 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Watson in the gun. Watson to run it left side, and he's tripped up after a short gain of 2. For Holy Cross, it was Xavier Goddard, the senior defensive tackle, making the play, and it's 3rd down.
This Clippers offensive line again getting it together. They're working as one unit, pass blocking, run blocking. With their size, I'm impressed by the athleticism here. Both of these offensive line coaches on both teams should be very proud of themselves and what they put out.
3rd down and 6 for Xaverian at the Holy Cross 22. Watson in the gun, 2 receivers each side. Aiken to his right. Watson runs it right side. Aiken with a block. Watson up the middle, chugging forward and pushing the pile for the first down. Terrence Watson with the extra effort, and it's 1st and 10 for Xaverian.
I've always wondered what that felt like, running the ball, and then you're involved. You're the main attraction for the tush push, and you've got about 900 pounds pressing on your kidneys from behind. It looks great on television, but I'm not sure I'd want to experience all that.
Well, when you get a first down, I'm sure it feels pretty good.
Yes.
So 1st and 10 for Xaverian from the 14 of Holy Cross. 5:38 to go in the third quarter. Clippers lead by 6 in this AA-2 championship. Watson in the gun, Aiken to his left. 3 receivers, 1 tight end. 4 at the line for Holy Cross. Watson, give again to Aiken, dancing through the middle, and Aiken slashes for a gain of 3.
Great tackle by, again, a lot of 10th graders, Tom, contributing to this game. And we saw there number 20, Caleb Rivera from Holy Cross, sneaking down inside, and a Crown Heights boy, sneaking down inside and making a great alligator roll tackle on the inside on Richie.
And Aiken, a hard guy to bring down, and the sophomore Rivera makes a nice play. 2nd down and 7. Watson in the gun, Aiken to his left, trips far side, LaRocca to the near side. Watson hands to Aiken again, and this time he finds no room. And a fumble on the play. Who's got it? And it's Holy Cross. Rivera popped it out, and it was recovered by Adrian Collado. And another turnover in the red zone.
Oh, I got a headache. This is unbelievable, this game. How it just changes around on a dime. But you know what? None of this, that being said, and I'm just being dramatic here, as I always am. That being said, Tom, what is causing this? Hard-nosed, physical football. These kids on both sides have come to play. And there's no give up in this game.
4:30 to go in this third quarter. Another turnover in the red zone. And the Knights take over with a 1st and 10 at their 10-yard line. I formation, we've seen them give it to Williams a ton this game. They hand it to him right side. Williams bounces to the near sideline, but he is thrown down by Rattenberry of Xaverian. Richie Aiken was there too, and it's a loss on the play.
And it's there, Tom, where you see the differences between these two great running backs. That's Richie Aiken's game. That bounce out, stretch it out, and get north on the sideline. You know, for Antoine Williams, that's not what he does. He's a hard-charging, get north, hit the seams hard kind of guy. And it's interesting to watch the Clippers really push that out. Boy, this Clippers defensive end, I just got a really good look at Marco Weiland, 6'6", 240 pounds from Rockaway Park. I have a feeling that we've got some college coaches just drooling over that frame.
2nd and 12, Martinez to throw, free rusher off the edge, he fires, and it is caught. Brasfield Daly breaking a tackle inside the 20 and down at the 27. What a pass by Martinez. He took a big shot from Andrew Lapori, and it's 1st down.
Boy, a much more difficult route and pass than you think. You know, he works extremely hard to find that soft spot in the secondary, and what an outstanding job of getting that pass out to him. You know, Madden really is a cool cucumber.
1st and 10 from the 29. I formation, Martinez under center. Martinez hands to Williams. Straight up the gut, breaks a tackle, and he's spun down by Weiland after a gain of 5. So now they're starting to give it to Williams. They get a big play in the passing game, get them away from their own red zone, and now they're starting to feel it. Looks like the momentum changing a little bit for this Holy Cross offense.
You know, I agree with you, but this is a really tough game to read. Between the 25s, we're seeing from both teams lots of chunk plays. And then those defenses tighten up, and all heck breaks loose.
2nd and 4, Williams up the middle. Can't find any room. Marco Weiland plugging up that hole with Joe Tomasetti, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, Joe has been an absolute menace for the Clippers. And there we see the big fella. Wow. Marco Weiland getting in under there and setting that up for Joe to finish it off.
3rd down and 4. Huge play in this game with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Xaverian leads Holy Cross 14-8.
Holy Cross has been doing something very interesting on offense. You've been seeing a lot of those trips looks, those wide, lots of receivers out there looks. It's either pulling Joe out of the linebacker position or forcing the Clippers to play cover 0, which is man across the board. That's not an easy decision for a defensive coordinator.
And a false start on Holy Cross. Andrew Wagrowski couldn't hold his position. He fell down, and it's 3rd down and 9. Another huge mistake for the Knights.
You know, I was thinking about these flags, Tom, and you know, one of the things we do have out here, it's awesome because the kids are playing so well. But what you have on both teams, you do have a number of 10th graders starting and playing big roles in this game. And I know it's late in the season, but this is a big game and a new experience for these young players.
3rd down and 9. Wagrodski still in the backfield. Martinez in the pistol. 2 receivers near side. Martinez to pass. Martinez, pressure from Weiland, and he is sacked. Marco Weiland gobbles him up, and it's 4th down.
By number 49, Marco Weiland.
Wow, love this play here. Watch Marco. He's the left defensive end. Look at him beat him on that rip move underneath. Big play, very timely play. And we got cut off, but you see Marco, he's got quite a dance step after that sack. You know, and you know what? I am 100 years old, but I do love to watch the kids celebrate. This is an emotional game. It's not confirmation class. This is football. And, you know, it's great to see the guys celebrate, of course, in reason, and enjoy the fruits of their labor.
Antoine Williams on to punt it away with 10 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Williams, high snap, handles it at the 10, boots this one away. Another good punt, swirling in the air. Aiken lets it bounce, and it takes a Holy Cross roll to the far side and out of bounds at the 44. So that does it for the 3rd quarter. The final frame is up next. Xaverian, powered by their defense, leads 14-8 as they look to go back-to-back for the first time in history here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Katie Ledecky. As an Olympic athlete, you might think staying healthy is easy for me. Truth is, we all face challenges. Keeping the right mindset is how we achieve our best personal performance. At Catholic Health, the same focus on wellness and prevention that I follow every day is the way they think too. That's why I'm teaming up with Catholic Health to help make healthcare even more positive, proactive, and personal for every person across Long Island. Long live you, and long live Long Island.
Every day opens a new door to learn, to grow, to connect with special people. People who in big ways and small improve your life. Every moment, another chance to achieve a goal, to buy a home, grow a business, start a family, and build lifelong relationships. Bank with trust. Bank with experts. Bank Maspeth.
Start of the 4th quarter, quick pass to start it off as Watson hits Christian LaRocca for a gain of 4, makes it 2nd and 6. Thomas Gamba and the coach Kevin Dolan with you here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. What a game we have had, a defensive battle, and boy, there have been a lot of huge plays in this game.
What a dope I am. I'm sitting here talking about, is this game going to be a snooze? My blood plaque, my arteries hasn't flowed like this in years. I mean, my heart is pumping away. We could have a medical situation up here pretty soon. Please help me, one of the two of you.
Oh, boy, we got you. We got you, Coach. 11:30 to go here in the 4th quarter. Watson running up the middle, dancing through the 50, and Watson still chugging for a 1st down. This kid is strong. He can get yards after contact, and he's got another 1st down.
Ingenious idea by the Clippers. Run Richie Aiken out of there, force the Knights to have to shift defensively, and then you run quarterback counter with that beast putting all his weight going forward. Really, really good scheme decision. I love it.
1 minute and 3 seconds into the 4th quarter. 14-8 Xaverian, seeking their 4th championship in program history and their first back-to-back championship run in program history. 1st and 10. Watson, design run right side. He gets a block from Aiken. Stiff arms a defender. Spins forward. and he's finally pulled down at the 37. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
You know, you're looking at this play. They're sticking with the quarterback counter. What the Clippers are doing is they're taking the huge Valley Stream young man, the huge defensive tackle, Xavier Goddard, 6'2", 310 pounds, and man, can this kid move. And they're shifting him around. And by shifting him around, they're able to run away from him and get good angles. Really, really well done by the Clippers.
2nd and 4. Give him 6 on the previous carry for Watson. He's in the pistol. Aiken behind him. And a whistle, another false start, this time on Xaverian. Makes it 2nd and 9.
Holy Cross with this late shifting they're doing on defense to really try to confuse the blocking scheme. They've got to address this offensive line. So they're doing some late shifting. It fooled them. It tricked them into jumping off sides.
9:40 to go in the 4th quarter. Penalties have been a big issue today for both teams in key situations. 2nd down and 9. Watson in the gun, Aiken to his left. 3 receivers, 1 tight end. 4th line for Holy Cross. Watson, play action. He's going to go deep. He's got LaRocca, who makes the catch for the touchdown. The Clippers extend the lead. Christian LaRocca with his 9th of the season, and Xaverian with a big score in the AA-2 championship.
Tom, I don't know how I add onto your comments on that. That was outstanding. A huge, huge play. A little bit of a skip step. It's kind of like a stop and go. And you know what he does right there? He's so smart. He uses 2 speeds. He comes out, Christian comes out at a measured speed, and then at the right time he hits the gas.
9:13 to go in the 4th. Phillipson's extra point is good. 21-8. Xaverian with a huge play to make this a 2-score game. And now if you're Holy Cross, you really got to do some things on the offensive end. Now's your chance to score a touchdown, just like Christian LaRocca with Varsity Media's ISO video. Video footage that focuses on your athlete only. Perfect for recruiting reels. Now booking for the winter season. Email jeff@varsitymedia.net for more information today.
Folks, when your coach sends you a team video out to a coach, it's great, but not every coach has time to watch a football game. When you send those ISO videos out, they get to see your son or your daughter, depending on the sport you're playing. They get to see them play. They get to see their athleticism. It really does make a difference.
Definitely make sure to email jeff@varsitymedia.net for your ISO video today. And with the winter season coming up, make sure to do that ASAP. Far side, Holy Cross returns it at the 30. And the Knights will start at the 32.
Turns it to the 33-yard line. They'll have first down.
Take a look at our AA-1 championship. Xavier leads St. Joe's by the Sea 21-7 in the 4th quarter. Similar score that we have here at Mitchell Field.
Boy, it looks like Dylan's got his own barn burner going on up there at Coffee Field.
Oh, yeah. Looks like a good one. Make sure to tune into that here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. We're here at the AA-2 championship. Xaverian leads Holy Cross 21-8. Thomas Gamba and the coach Kevin Dolan with you here from Mitchell Field. 9 minutes to go in the 4th quarter, and Coach Dolan, what do you want to see the Knights do on the offensive end?
Don't change a lot. You got a lot of time on this clock. You got 3 timeouts. Use them. The only thing that's important is this touchdown. Don't get desperate. It is not time for that yet. And you know what? We just saw it right there. There's a nothing simple about an out route. Beautiful catch and pass. Gets a lot of rack yards. Wonderful job. Watch this. It's called a China route. You fake inside, and then you come bust out outside. Cover the ball, guys. Cover that ball.
That was Ricardo Franco with the first down catch and run to the Xaverian 49. So a great start for Holy Cross as they look to inch back in this game, down by 13. And remember that extra point, that 2-point conversion on the Holy Cross touchdown earlier will come up huge. Only down 13 instead of 14. Martinez in the gun. Takes the one-handed snap, backpedaling in the pocket, fires near side, and it's incomplete. A dangerous pass, almost picked off by Jaden Solomon, but it's incomplete, and it's second down.
Settle down, settle down. You know, don't be foolish with the ball. He's not foolish. You know, he wants to make a big play for his team, but don't do that, okay? Don't do that. Don't let this be decided on an errant pass.
8:27 to go in the fourth quarter. Xaverian looking to go back-to-back for, as I've said multiple times, the first time in program history. Martinez in the pistol. Takes the snap. He's looking to throw on second down. Fires over the middle, and that's caught. Ricardo Franco again, and that's going to be close to a first down. Let's see where they spot him.
Going to be a little bit short, Tom. Going to be a little bit short. You know, I get that putting Antoine Williams out in the slot. He's a dangerous receiver, but he hasn't seen a lot of passes with the exception of the play action stuff today. It's tipping off the Clippers that they know it's probably not going to be a run play. I'd like to see Antoine a little more in the backfield when they throw.
He's in the backfield here, but it's a quarterback sneak for Martinez, and he's easily got the first down. So Holy Cross moves the sticks, and here they come, inching towards the red zone. That's where we see the defenses really tightening up for both teams.
Yeah, and you know what? That is not a criticism of Goddard's abilities or Goddard's abilities as a running back. It's just this is what's going on today. And today, whether it's the quarterback or whether it's Antoine holding the ball, they've been the primary guys.
7:25 to go in the fourth. 21-8, Xaverian leads Holy Cross in this AA2 championship from Mitchell Field. They split Williams out to the left. Got 4 receiving touchdowns this year. He's a threat. Martinez in the gun. 6-man rush. Martinez pressured, fires deep, down the field, and it's incomplete. The target was Rivera, and good coverage by Tarasco of Xaverian.
I like the idea. You know, what's the saying? It's getting late early. You know, I like the idea of taking that shot up in the air on first down. Now it's this 4-down territory, of course. Get back to what you do well. You know, get back to running that ball, throwing those short routes.
They've done it so far on this drive to get to this point. They're at the 35 of Xaverian, 2nd and 10. Martinez in the gun. Martinez, play action, pressure in his face, rolls to his left, and throws it away. Aiden Flood had the pressure. Xaverian calling for intentional grounding. No flag on the field, and it's 3rd down.
And it shouldn't be. You know, as far as I'm concerned, he was outside the box. The only thing they're talking about right now, did the ball make it to the line of scrimmage? And apparently, it did not.
They just threw the flag on the field. Looks like intentional grounding on Holy Cross.
Big safety rule, Tom. It was 3 seasons ago where they changed the rule in high school. The quarterback can throw the ball away out of bounds if he's out of the tackle box, and it makes it at least to the line of scrimmage. And you know what? It takes some of those big collisions off of those kids when they're defenseless.
So under 7 minutes to go, and it's 3rd and way long for Holy Cross. Officially, it's 3rd and 21 after the 11-yard intentional grounding penalty.
Yeah, that's why that's such a terrible penalty to have, because it's marked at where you were standing as the quarterback on the play, and he was scrambling, and that's a big, big loss right there.
So 3rd and 21, Martinez trotting from the sideline to his huddle, and again, most likely it's 4th down territory for Holy Cross. Down 13, under 7 minutes to play in the 4th quarter, looking to avenge their 14-6 loss in the championship last year to the Clippers. 3rd and 21. Martinez in the gun, looking to throw. 4-man rush, steps up in the pocket, running right side, looking, faking. Now he's going to run across the 40. He's got space to the 30, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 30-yard line. That'll make it 3rd down and 4. 4th down and 4 for Holy Cross.
Look at this. His new nickname is Slick Martinez. Look at this move he pulls on these two Clippers. Great job with the pump fake. Real great job with his feet and the stagger step. Wonderful, wonderful decision. And he more than cut that situation in half for his team. This is manageable.
4th down and 5 for Holy Cross. This play might determine the game if the Knights can't convert. Going to be really hard for them to come back down by 2 possessions.
Little concerned. We spent a lot of time on the sideline right there, and the play clock is running. They got to get out and get this without having to use a timeout, because they're going to need these timeouts later.
Martinez in the pistol. 4th down and 5. Martinez to throw. Fires over the middle. It is caught. Franco right near the line. Where do they mark him? It's a 1st down. Ricardo Franco moves the sticks on 4th down, and the drive continues for Holy Cross.
Great, great play. Look at this. He's right there. It sets his feet up. Beautiful dart that he throws right there inside. And, of course, our umpire, Mr. Chris Hart, veteran of officiating, he has the eyes of a fighter pilot. Puts it right there on the mark.
6:20 to go in the 4th quarter. 2 spectacular plays by Madden Martinez. First, the 16-yard run, and then the 5-yard pass to continue this drive. 1st and 10 for Holy Cross from the Xaverian 24. Martinez in the gun. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Blocked by Williams, and they throw it to Williams on a screen, and he breaks a tackle, spins away, and he's finally pulled down by Flood right near the line of scrimmage.
Now, you know what? That was an awesome job by the running back here on this catch. Really, really good job of keeping his balance. Antoine gets up there, but what makes this play? Team tackling. Team tackling. You got Clippers coming from everywhere. Oh, no. We got a Knight down.
Yep, that is a Holy Cross player down on the field. And the coaching staff will tend to him. We can't see who it is.
There we go.
It's Madden Martinez, the quarterback, who's back on his feet and walking towards the sideline.
Good for him. Good for him. He needs to get back in this game and play. I'm glad he's okay. You know, Tom, whether I've been on the winning side or the losing side of a situation, when one of your players gets hurt, you forget about the game. You forget about everything that's going on. And I've had some big wins, really big wins, important wins, where one of your kids goes down and it's a serious injury, and you don't even care about the win anymore. You know, it's all about these boys, and you want them to play this game healthy.
Well, we hope he's okay. He's got his helmet on the sideline. There's no quarterback in right now. Antoine Williams in the Wildcat on 2nd down. Motioning left is Brasfield Daly. Running up the middle is Williams, and he can't find much room.
Think the problem we had there on that play as well is we only had 10 guys on the field for the Knights. Antoine came in of course, as the Wildcat, but we could have used a running back on that play.
How about that? They only put 10 guys on the field there. Would have been interesting. They bring in another offensive lineman or a fullback of some sorts. We'll see. It looks like Martinez coming back onto the field, and he is. Good sight here on 3rd down and 11.
And this is what you want to see, Tom. Of course, you and I are not rooting for either team. We're having a lot of fun with this game. But you want to see the best players on the field in a championship game.
3rd down and 11. Martinez in the gun. Martinez to throw. 4-man rush, steps up in the pocket. Pressure from the left side from Weiland. Martinez circling to the left. Gets a block on the near sideline. Looking downfield, he's going to run. Martinez now throws, and it's knocked away. Incomplete. Richie Aiken got his right hand on that in the right corner of the end zone. The target was Brasfield Daly, and it's 4th down and 11.
We got some flags down, Tom, and I think, well, we've got some injuries, unfortunately, to both teams. But we've also got, looks like the referees are thinking he may have stepped over the line of scrimmage when he let that one go.
Marco Weiland currently on the field. He is down. And the Xaverian coaching staff tended to him. Also on the Holy Cross side, it's Anthony Wagrodski who's down. So 2 injuries on the play. Wagrodski is on his feet, and Weiland is on his feet. Both of them walking towards their own sideline. So we hope they're both okay. We haven't seen an official signal on a flag, as they are moving the ball back here to around the 30-yard line.
It's not a big yardage penalty. It's actually a 5-yarder, but the problem is you lose the down. So now we're in 4th down, and Holy Cross has gotta dial up another big one.
Illegal forward pass on the
It was an illegal forward pass by Holy Cross. So that's the 5-yard penalty. Makes it 4th down and 16 for Holy Cross. Once again, the game on the line here, possibly for the Knights. Down by 13 with 4:23 to play in the 4th quarter in a championship game at Mitchell Field.
Big shout out to both Wagrodski and Weiland. These are guys that have been doing a yeoman's work all day long, and it does look like from the sideline we're going to see these kids again.
4th and 15. Some motioning from Holy Cross. They call timeout before the snap. To talk things over, looks like a little confusion. Adrian Collado and Antoine Williams were motioning from right to left. And make sure to tune in at 2:30 p.m. on the Varsity Media Sports Network. The matchup we've all been waiting for, the AAA championship between Iona Prep and Monsignor Farrell. Boy, is that going to be a fun one. So make sure to tune in here on the Varsity Media Sports Network again at 2:30 p.m. And we do a quick live look in at the AA1 championship. Xavier with the big 21-point lead with 5 minutes to play in the 4th quarter.
Well, that one's starting to get away from them over there, and you know, 2 very, very dynamic teams, very athletic teams, playing for a championship.
Same situation here, but bigger implications with this play. 4th down and 15 for Holy Cross. Brandon Glaudin comes in at running back. Madden Martinez in the gun. Possibly the game on the line for the Knights. Here we go. Martinez to throw. 4-man rush. Steps up in the pocket, dances to his right, looking downfield, backpedals, fires off his back foot. It's caught on the near side by Franco. Franco spinning forward, breaks a tackle, but he lost the ball, and it's out of bounds, short of the line to gain, and a turnover on downs.
Oh, man, and that is not for lack of effort. Ricardo Franco, what an effort by this young man. Of course, Martinez scrambling around and throwing across his body. But again, what do you see around there? You see 5 Clippers buzzing around the ball. They are not here to watch football. They're here to play.
That was Jaden Solomon and Andrew Lepore with the stop, forcing the fumble, and with 4:05 to go, Xaverian has their offense back on the field.
We still got a game here, Tom. You know, there's not only has there been a lot of turnovers and penalties, but I believe Holy Cross still has 2 left.
We'll see. It's
2
only
timeouts.
a 13-point game. 1st and 10. Watson in the gun. Watson runs it right side. Aiken with a block. Watson with a hole. Moving forward, breaking tacklers, bringing defenders with him, and pushing the pile across the 30 for a 1st down.
And that's what's going to end this game at some point. You know, big run plays like that move the chains. There's not enough timeouts in your life to deal with that. And Holy Cross needs to do one last effort to pull themselves together emotionally and put in a big stop, and it's got to be on this series right now.
3:40 to go. Time is ticking here in the 4th quarter. Xaverian seeking their first ever appearance of back-to-back championships at the AA2 level, and the first ever championship for head coach Dom Aludo in his first season as Xaverian head coach. Graduated from Xaverian High School in 2012. Said he's been dreaming of this job since he was 14 or 15 years old. Now he's got it as a whistle before the snap. A flag is out. And a false start on Xaverian.
False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty.
So a 5-yard penalty makes it first down and 15 with 3:13 to go.
Well, that was the first break that Holy Cross has had, and it does. You know what? It does two things. It gives them a chance to breathe and pull themselves together. What it doesn't help, in a strange way, that penalty, is that the clock starts again. You know, under 2 minutes, the defense will have a choice whether to start that clock or not. But the clock starts again. They get a new 40 seconds.
2:50 to go in the fourth. First and 15. Watson hands to Aiken left side. He's got a big hole up the middle, and Aiken zooming free to the 40.
Number 6.
Boy, Richie sure did hit the turf very, very hard on that tackle.
Tackle was made by Brandon Glodden. Makes it 2nd and 4.
Bang. What a play. Great job of controlling the ball. And you know what? Getting back up, getting back in that huddle. This kid, that's leadership you're seeing right there.
2:12 to go in the fourth quarter. 21-8, Xaverian leads, seeking their 4th championship in program history. First ever back-to-back championships in 2 years. Watson hands to Aiken, this time right side, and Aiken's blown up at the line. Randy Sosa was there for the Knights.
Big stop right there. You know, this Holy Cross, I don't know, they're going to have to start thinking about using a timeout. And I think if they can stop them here on this 3rd down, that's the time they got to use that timeout.
1:35 to go. Watson taking his time, trotting over to the huddle on 3rd down and 2.
Honestly, if you're the Clippers, you may want to think about trying to draw them off sides and just taking a delay game penalty.
3rd down and 2. Let's see what they do. Watson to Aiken, up the middle, cuts to the right side. He's got a first down and more. Aiken to the 40, high stepping to the 35, and he's inside Holy Cross territory as he moves the sticks and puts the cherry on top of this game.
You said it, Tom. That really sealed the deal right there. Just a timely play. The way he bounced, and that was what I was talking about earlier. He's that scat back, that kid that gets outside and makes really, really big things happen in space.
Timeout, Holy Cross with 1:05 to play in the fourth quarter. Wow. What a performance from Xaverian today. 21-8 the lead. And Coach Dolan, if the Clippers do end up winning this game, what are you going to remember from this game?
Well, you know what? I want to give one, you know, don't look at leagues. Don't look at what you think. Don't look at what you think is supposed to be. Watch the boys come out and play. And the competition today, this was a really enjoyable morning. It really was an enjoyable morning of football. The other thing I'd like to say is hats off. If it goes this way, hats off to the Holy Cross Knights. Tremendous season, tremendous effort. Coach Tim Smith and his staff have put in such hard work to get them here to the championship game. And it's a shame that sometimes with the kids, I know they're disappointed. They got to remember that this game does not represent the sum of their efforts.
Definitely great sentiment there, Coach Dolan, as Watson takes a knee. Victory formation for Xaverian. "55 seconds remaining. The Clippers are celebrating on their sideline. And how about this, Coach? They're doing it for their coach that passed away earlier in the year, Maurice Jones.
And Maurice Jones, as they alluded to me before this game started, Maurice Jones is certainly smiling someplace right now. And, you know, playing for a purpose like that, you know, I used to tell the kids, if anything ever happens to me, don't promise that you're going to win the game for me. Just go out and play your best. And they did that, and they won. And as you said earlier, it's the cherry on the cake.
The Xaverian Clippers make history. The first ever time that they have won back-to-back AA2 championships. The final score, 21-8, as Xaverian is your champion here in Conference AA2. They did it for Maurice Jones. He was in the back of their minds all year, all season in this championship game, and they've gotten the job done with a win for the second straight year over Holy Cross here at Mitchell Field.
But that's just a beautiful graphic that we have up there. You know what? I don't know this man at all, but I've known him in a million coaches that you've met. Teachers, guys who are teachers first, coaches second, and you know what? Sometimes they have to step in as dad. And for them to play at this level, for them in many ways to dedicate their season and this game to his memory is just a beautiful sentiment to Coach Jones's family.
What a way to go out for Xaverian this season. Terrence Watson had himself a day, the senior quarterback, in his final game with the Clippers. Scored a touchdown, threw a touchdown to Christian LaRocca. Richie Aiken had a touchdown. The Stars really showed out for the Clippers today.
Yeah, and you know what? What's going to be coming up now, Tom, with Chris Hartett will be presenting the championship trophy in the center of the field. And I remember when I first received mine, we defeated a great Kellenberg team right here out on this field on a night game. And, you know, if you ask me how did I feel then, I don't know how I felt. It was just, I felt proud to be associated with the boys and the coaches that were part of that team.
What are you saying to your team after a loss like that if you're Holy Cross?
I love you. I love you, boys. My friendship for you, my love for you is not based on the numbers of that scoreboard. I've said it every single team I've ever coached. It's about you as men. It's about your effort and what you bring to this program as friends and teammates. And they have everything to be proud of over there at Holy Cross.
They definitely do. They had a great performance today, had the lead in the second quarter, just couldn't hang on, and they really put everything that they had on the field today. 21-8 the final here from Mitchell Field. Xaverian with the championship win, and we'll throw it over to our PA announcer here at Mitchell Field. Xaverian will be receiving the championship trophy for the second straight year.
I'd like to now welcome onto the field from the Catholic High School Football League, Mr. Ralph Dalton and Mr. Sal Fischetti, to present our post-game trophies. First, our offensive game MVP. From Xaverian, the quarterback, number 5, Terrence Watson. Our defensive MVP, also from Xaverian, number 7, Jaden Solomon. I would now like to call out head coach Dominic Oluno, athletic director Brian McCartney, and the team captains to receive the championship trophy for 2025. The Xaverian Clippers have done it. Congratulations. And we would also like to congratulate Holy Cross on a successful season as well, too, and for a great championship game.
The Xaverian Clippers are the 2025 NSCHSFL AA2 champions. For the 4th time in program history, they've done it back-to-back years for the first time ever, and they take one final team picture to celebrate. Terrence Watson, your offensive MVP. Jaden Solomon, your defensive MVP here from Mitchell Field. And what a job Dom Oluno did in his first year as Xaverian head coach.
Champion. It's more permanent than a tattoo. Nobody can ever take it away from you. And you know what? And nobody gave it to you. They earned it. And the journey that Dom Aludo brought his program along with all the other stuff that's going on, the loss of a beloved coach, the taking over and starting a new leadership that resonates with the kids. It's just an incredible job. And I'm very happy for him. I'm proud of him for whatever that's worth to him. And I hope he takes a few moments to just enjoy this. Just enjoy it and celebrate.
And they get to celebrate now. The Xaverian Clippers, the 2025 NSCHSFL AA2 champions. And much of that because of this touchdown pass to Christian LaRocca, 21-8 the final. And for the first time ever, the Clippers have won back-to-back AA2 champions as they raise the trophy from Mitchell Field. Special thanks to our whole entire crew, our executive producer, Ben Turchin, our technical director, Chris Sweeney, for myself, Thomas Gamba, and Kevin Dolan, and our camera operator, Kevin Catalanolo. Thanks for watching here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.